So it was well into the afternoon before we got underway and headed out of Battle Creek towards St. Ignace. We spent the night in St. Ignace and the next morning headed over to Cedarville and the Les Cheneaux archipelago, where our adventure began. It's worth noting that the facilities at the Cedarville boat launch are surprisingly good as well. After easily an hour, and probably more, of getting set up, we are finally set up. Got her in the water here at Cedarville and getting ready to head out. So wish us luck. There is some wind, but it's not ridiculous, so hopefully it'll be just right. All right, I'm hoping not to drop this in the lake because I don't have a good handle for it.
I have a good handle on a lot of things.
But yeah, we are barely ghosting along in almost no wind, but we're technically sailing, so we'll take it. But I may take to the oars here shortly. The sun is kicking my ass a little bit. It's pretty brutal, but we're doing all right. So anyway, leaving Cedarville, we tacked our way up the channel towards Muskellunge Bay. Once we got to the bay, we did our best to stay out of the way of the local Pearson Ensign race. So from Muskellunge Bay, we made our way up the channel and on out into Lake Huron. From there, we got a decent bit of wind and made our way over to Government Island, where we were able to find a nice looking spot and drop anchor to make camp. Made it here safely. Gonna go sit in the sun. We haven't eaten all day. Been drinking a little bit of water, but it was pretty light winds and mostly against the wind, so lots of tacking. And but we made it. We're gonna stay here a couple days and just go on day sails from here. But pretty good stuff. I'll just give you a little tour of the place from this beach. It's pretty rocky, not for the weak-ankled at all. And I'll show you back to our camp. It took a little imagination to see a camp where we made one, but it's pretty heavy, thick cedars in there, and you get what you get. I guess, you know, I know you're allowed to camp on this island, and I was a little surprised that there wasn't a whole bunch of campfire rings, or not rings, but, you know, evidence of people having camped here. But it looks like this is one of those places that just because you're allowed to doesn't mean it's a good idea. It's pretty thickly, heavily wooded, and not a lot of open space. And this beach, she'll get you if you're not careful. But it's pretty cool. We're really enjoying it, actually. So I'll give you a little tour from the beach back to our spot, and that's about it. Got great news. My anchor held all night. I also got a little nervous before bed because it's all rock here. As you can see, I've got a mantis anchor, so I went out and just buried it in the rocks myself. But I also ran a stern line around that rock right there. I just put a loop around it and figured I didn't make it tight. I left it so it could swing. But the good news is there's no wind or anything, so the boat was still there when I woke up. Happy days. One of the benefits of the salt-free sailing is I can just dip into the lake, get some water, brew some coffee, or do whatever else I want to make in. So that is definitely a plus for the Great Lakes. Also, no tides. It's got a lot going for it as well. Well, it's another quiet morning here on Government Island. Yesterday, there was no wind at all, so we didn't even go for a day sail because it would have been a day row. And today is Friday, and that's August 2nd, I think. We're going to decide whether or not to stay another night and do some day sailing today or just head out. The forecast sounds good for either scenario. I think there's supposed to be some wind this afternoon, but it certainly is pretty here. There was one other camper down at the far end of the bay, way down there. We could see their campfire last night, but other than that, pretty quiet. There is a lot of boat traffic around here. The heat has been withering, but then, you know, it's hard to complain. It's all it has been is warm. So not too bad. It's been really nice to do some camping. My buddy John, it's here from New York. I haven't seen him in a couple of years. He's my sort of main adventure buddy. So it's been a really good experience so far. We had a really ugly start today. We were on a lee shore, and no matter what we did, it wouldn't work out. So we just walked it around the tip of Penny Island, and finally got our shit together. But it was not good for a couple minutes there. Lots of boulders around, lots of shit to run into. It's kind of scary, but we got it, and I got a reef in. I only have one reef on this sail, so yeah, we're finally sailing.
I was never scared.
Yeah, so tomorrow morning, I'm expecting the boat to still be here, and we'll load her up. I don't know, I might row it around to the other side, we'll see, but it was pretty hard getting off that lee shore earlier today. And when we head out, we're just gonna go out that channel, around the corner, and back to Cedarville. So we'll see how that goes in practice. Today was a success. We didn't sink or tip over or anything, and I had one reef in, and we did okay. We got a little tense a couple times, but we did okay. The campsite's all cleaned up, and take only 50 pictures, leave only footprints sort of philosophy. We took out more garbage than we brought, so we're getting ready to head out. We're heading out this way due to the fact that I moved the boat. And it turned out to be not as bad as I thought. Just walk through these grasses and you're out to the boat. So easy peasy. It's not going to be so easy getting out of this little tiny bay. It's full of big ass boulders. And I think we're just going to walk it out to the opening. So the plan was to come out of our little bay, head down the channel, and finish our loop of the island. But when we came around the corner, the wind was so damn strong, it was all we could do to keep the boat upright. In fact, it was about right here that we nearly became a hazard to navigation and took on about 50 gallons of water. After that, we tried every trick I knew and eventually just took down the sails and rowed to shore. As soon as we got to shore, some fine gentlemen asked us if we'd like a tow, and we gladly accepted. So it didn't go exactly to plan, but it was a successful trip just the same. We definitely got a little more adventure than we were bargaining for, but I can definitely see myself coming back someday.